Hello everyone. Since last time, I made some changes because the the window of the game couldn't open. So I basically added the start method of the client to another thread, and I'm running it separately on a separate thread. So the changes are these since last time, and also I removed time here. And yeah. So let's run the client. Something went wrong. So for some reason. All right. It should get better in a bit. Okay. All right. So the server. We start the server. It's a bit better for now. Right. Server is up and running. Yeah, so I guess Visual Studio Code and OBS and the browser and the hot weather here affect the performance. So the client. Okay, we've got the client. Here's the window. Right. I get one more client. Yes, please. It's still a bit slow, but it's better. Here's the other window. All right. So yeah, as you can see, I fixed it and now we have the windows. So let's activate this window and then click to play here. Nothing happens. Why does nothing happen? That's weird. Alright. Okay. Alright. It's a draw. Even though the turn of this player doesn't show here. Which is not cool, but we can fix this. Stop the players, the clients, I mean. Do I still have the server? Connection closed. Land again. Okay. One window and then the other. So. Oh yeah, I think I implemented something that actually says that if I play, then if I make a move and we have two players, then the move is counted and the server updates all the clients. So this would make sense that the behavior here is that we need to make a move first in the second client. Right. Something happened. I made a move, but nothing's visualized yet. That's weird. Is it a lag? And this is weird. Troubleshoot this. Actually, yeah, I know what happened. Happened is server received from the two players that it received a game state that says the game is a draw and the game ends. So I need to restart the server. Yeah, I would like this to happen for now. So if I restart the server and then restart the client, I should be able to restart the game. Okay. So I play here, but nothing happens because part in the logic. This is ignored because of a part in the logic that says I need the input of a second player. And so if I make a move with the second player, I can then make a move with the first player, so on and so forth. Alright, and here X wins. Then I receive that packet. method winner, and that's right. All right, that's okay. So we have the game here, but we also need to visualize this. So I will fix that real quick, and then we'll go over the architecture again to explain what's going on. All right, so let's stop the server as well. This is on the server side, but we don't need this. What we need server side, what we need is to disconnect, maybe disconnect the clients, maybe. So we'll see if we'll do that, and then on the client side, after we get disconnected, we can close everything or do something else. But yeah, right. And clients. Let me push these changes real quick. All right. It's pretty much that's right. We still have some files to clean up because we have a lot of files here. We don't need because of prototyping. These are prototyping leftovers. We'll deal with that at some point as well. I know it's messy. It shouldn't be that messy, but it should all come together soon. All right. Select. That's okay. And then this one. Right. Okay, on my clients. This is it. And then when we get the inner or tie, we also need to alright, so we also have I, J, and player. So we can do this. And copy it to here, but we won't copy it to here just yet because why? Because there will be a lot of code duplication that way. So what I'll do is I want to add our method Uh, so we need self, we need I, J coordinates, and player. Right? And then basically, so basically, let's see. I just want to visualize it. I don't want to update anything else in here. So yeah, but that's not really saving some code repetitions. What we can do is, because we need to also I need to find the tie. I want to confirm that we are also sending the move coordinates down. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so let me copy this, put it here. Also this and put it here as an example. All right, and then what I'll do is here and this another way it gets here. Okay, shader get there. That's right. Okay. And then I don't know this. And what I can basically do is can do here is something like this, and then this, put it here, and all that. And I think that should be okay, because in all of the cases we'll get IJ, the player, and we'll update the board accordingly. Alright. So when we have a tie or win, we should now update. In the server, get the client and get the other client. right? And then I click here, nothing happens. Okay, nothing happens. But when I activate this window and make a move, something happens. And then here, 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 and here, and it's updated even though X wins. So this is the winner one, but it would also work with and yeah, no more moves allowed. Okay, close this, close this, and close this. What would be nice is to have tests for all of this, so we don't have to run 3 separate debugging configurations. And I'm looking forward to do that at some point. So now first let's look at the architecture. So currently we got this. Show you. Alright, so this one. Okay. It's a lot, it's messy. Yeah. But what we basically have is there's a not so commonly used design pattern called proxy design pattern. It's a structural one, and it's used to replace a or be a surrogate of another object, and it's commonly used when we don't have access to that object, or the access is hard to establish, difficult to establish. So yeah, I decided of taking this approach, and then I saw that this is called proxy design pattern. So what we do is basically what I first did in a previous stream, you can watch it, is I basically made the whole game of Tic-Tac-Toe working on a single window. So you would basically have to click for X and then for O and so on and so forth. And it was just working. I think it was a single pass or a single piece of code. And then the goal was to separate the UI from the game logic. Why? Because ideally we would like to have the game logic on the server side and the UI on the client side. So what I did is I had the same functionality, so basically a single window and you having to click for both of the players, but just logic and visual representation separated. So did that, and there are the paths here still. I think that's it. So basically the Tic-Tac-Toe game and the UI, and they were communicating through some methods. So make move, right? So we had access from the UI to the game, and then from the game to the UI by injecting them into the initializer or setting them after creation. So yeah, the UI would have access to game and then work with the game instance. And then same thing goes for the game, as a pointer to the UI and works with the UI. Right, so you can see that this is not valid anymore. But yeah, that was the idea. And then what I did up until now is to separate the two parts, so UI and game, and run them separately, not in one script, as for this example. So I also made before that the client and the server communication. So what I decided doing is on the client side, get the client and wrap it in another class, create another class and inherit from the client, and make the new class look exactly like the game logic. So then if I connect it to the UI the same way I connected the game to the UI in this example, the UI wouldn't make a difference of the surrogate of the game. But internally, what would happen is in that new class, surrogate or the proxy for the game, I would have the same handles for the UI to use, but those handles would just pass an event or the event to the server, which is on the other side, on the server side. And on that side, it would go the other way around. So we would have another class that inherits from the server, and that class would be a surrogate for the UI in front of the game. So the game would think that the surrogate is the UI, and what I did inside the server proxy was to forward the events that we received from the client surrogate and pass it to the game, as in this example. And then what the game comes up with as a response, take it and pass it to the client, and on this side, again, the same way as in this example, pass it to the UI. And yeah, so I found out that this is basically called, there is a design pattern that does this, and it's basically this. It's called proxy design pattern or surrogate design pattern. So yeah, I found that very interesting. It's very theoretical, but yeah, it helps. All right, so I don't need this anymore. And maybe, yeah, maybe that's the game. So I can delete this. It stays in the logs of the GitHub repository. So I can always go back and look at it. So I will get rid of this and maybe this. Yeah, this and this and this. And this. And this as well. All right. delete these, and then that's the updated version. It's working. All right, and in the code, here is the place, game dev networking, where I had created prior to this implementation the server client relationship and the objects. And yeah, they work like this. So this is the client, it's a bit complex, but this is because we want to receive, but we want to be able to receive and send messages at the same time or simultaneously. So we don't have to wait to receive a message in order to process it and then give back a response. Why is that? It's because there might be a user input that doesn't require a request or a response from the server prior to the event. So yeah, that's why we want that. So it's a bit complex, or at least it looks complex. All right, so we can revise this chart here just to make sure that it's up to date. Yeah, so let me first of all get rid of linking, so forth. That's okay. I had to make another commit for this fix here, but yeah, it's done now. I won't revert it. All right, what do we need now? This we don't need anymore. This we don't need. This we don't need. All right. So let's go and check. This is the README file. Take a look at it. It's a lot, obviously. Okay, here's the game server, and then the client. For now, it looks okay. Right, so for sure, the server and the client connection should be as they are currently. what I can do is I'd like to make it generic. So basically, I would like to have the client to have a method here that would be overwritten by the child class, and this method would, let's say, just print what's received, or maybe, yeah, I don't know. Right, and this we don't need here. Generate events, yeah, this is not complete, actually. So, let's see what we can do. We can basically do is start with the server, maybe. Or actually the game server. So the game server so game handle event. It has a handle event. Are we using this? Alright. So here that's basically the logic. If check win, whatever, check time, whatever. Okay. And so UI handle events. Alright. And then send a response. Yeah, so we need this. Hello, both of you. Hello, everyone. I see there is some activity in the chat. How are you doing? I can do that. I can do this at some point. Tic-Tac-Toe server. We bring the events. And then we send the event. Alright, so I would like this class to be called something something else, because this is a tic-tac-toe game. Maybe tic-tac-toe game logic it should be. Maybe we should have that instead. So let me copy this and then place it here. Logic, right? All over the place. Right. Just one file. That's okay. Hi there. Hi. How's it going? I'm doing fine, thanks. Working on this tic-tac-toe game, trying to make a game engine. Currently, just a framework that would help you and me develop games with Python. Hi, can you show me how to make a web at HTML? You can try. Yes, I can't show you now, but maybe in the future. But you can check Fast API or Django or Flask. And how are you doing? Alright, so this name is more adequate for this, because I can also see that we have UI equals to what used to be tic-tac-toe server, and that's not quite logical. But yeah, I renamed it to this. Seems to me that that's a bit wrong in place like this. Not that it really matters for now, but it's good. Alright. Maybe by trying to make all of this a framework at least, Maybe we can add some of these methods as components, so we could add them to different game logics in the future. But yeah, I'm not sure if this will really help us, because of course for every game the condition of winning is different, and the condition of tie is also different. Or some games don't even have tie option. So yeah, maybe actually not doing that is better. But handle event, we can absolutely add this to a base class for game logic and mark it as to raise the exception, not implement it, raise the error. So we would need to overwrite it. Alright. So for the game logic, which is here game server, which I have to change now. Right. It should be game logic. Game server. I just want to verify that this doesn't inherit from this here. Game server. Let me check this. Game server subscriber. Server. Subject server, game server. That's. I think we don't need that actually. In game server, what I only use is server class, so I can entirely get rid of missing servers. Right. So basically this whole class shouldn't be together with this one, shouldn't be counted at all, as well as this one. Right? Alright. And also this. Okay. Like this. Alright, so we only have one class. I'll get rid of unused imports. Yeah. Alright, so I'll add these changes for the server. Okay, I think we're good now. Also didn't need this, but yeah, let's say that's okay for now. So the game server, I can entirely, it's entirely not sure about this one, but for the readme for sure I can place it all, and it changed quite a bit. Yeah, that's not really nice, but the client remains. I think there are no changes to it. Okay, so well, we got the clients. Actually, it's not really changed. What is that? Yeah, that's okay. Did it reorder? Come on, I need the files. Read file, game client server, game logic. So in the game logic, what we have is handle event. But let's first have the cooperation between the client and the server. So let's get the land. It's supposed to be okay, and then the server. Server. We have it here. And let's maybe go to the servers and check the server. Alright, we have start, we have run, and some other stuff. Handle connection, start, we have to just run, and then it serves forever with handle connection. So with handle connection, collects all the connections, but we don't have any connections here. That's not cool. I should have them here. So a set maybe, or a list. How is it in here? What? We have connections here? How does that work? Yeah, it's a set, but alright, so the game logic. Game logic, but hi Kim, what's up? I see there's some activity in the chat. Just so you know, there might be some delay in the live stream, but yeah. Where are you from? I am from Bulgaria. Where are you from? So I have a kind of connection. Then send a request. Not implemented, and that's alright. Okay, so what we need in the documentation is inside the server, supplying here's server. We need all those methods. So basically, and read me here, and actually this here and this here. All right. So the server has the connection. Post and send spot. And also a start. Right? That is not really needed for documentation, but it's good to have it. Alright, so all of these, you can't see them now because they're quite small, but they're there. Alright, so we have pinpointed the server attributes. And now inside the server, what happens is server, server. So in the server, what happens is I get the start then like this. Yeah, basically yes. So yeah, send response. Not really. So for the game logic, we need to add something because game logic actually, yeah, that's what happens. But the server though, the server sends. I'm sorry. The client sends directly to the server. Hi, how are you doing? All right. I have the server here. I'd like to have the client. The client, what it does is, let's maybe put it in a different MD file. So basically, or not a different file, but per se, but let's maybe have it outside of this file because it's quite detailed view, and I would like to separate things a bit. So the client, I would like to have outside this with another one. Mate FTD. This. So this is the client's attributes, and then I can come here. Actually here. And here. Then I would also like to have the response of the server, but this will come along. Alright, so this should be etc. So this is what we have here, which is, I want to say okay, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's okay, that's alright. receive response, so load next response, next request, send request, requests. So several stuff missing from here, I presume. Game client to client. That's one thing. All right. That should be up here, according to the other graph. All right. And then what else? What happened? So this is the client server. So game logic or whatever. Game logic server, and then server to client, and client to game. I think that's it. And that's all. All right. Yeah. Looks almost plausible. See response and queue next request. Receive response. What is underscore something? How this makes sense more if I think I don't need that, because I have the underscore receive response. Well, next request as well. This queue next request. Do I have such method? Yeah, I do. Yeah. So here as well, but it's not used, right? Next request. And receive response. Alright, so they're here as well, but let's see. Let's restore this. Receive response and then delete all it there. So whatever. Game client. Oh wait, it's the wrong one. and the client set off as well. Okay. Let's stop delete. All right. It's a little bit cleaner. Okay, so we have the client. Send response is from the server. Okay. So on the server, we get send response and also receive requests. Okay, this makes sense a little bit. Then event to request, this is from game server. Which is not called game server anymore, but logic, and inside we have event to request. And what else? Game client. What was it? Handle request. It should not be called handle request. Handle event rather. But actually, yeah, it's handle requests. For the proxy is because the method of the server is called handle request and we need to override it. Okay. That's not really, I think I got a bit confused. That's the UI proxy. Yeah, the server receives a request from the client, so that's all right. So send a request here, server, and also receive requests should be can request. All right. This is not in the client though. Should be the UI. Messed it up a little. Let's fix it. So I need the UI. These are on the server side. This is on the side. Let's order it a little bit. And then this send request, it should not be called send request. Actually yes. Actually, it should be called send request, but it's called from another method. Maybe we need a class diagram. So the game logic. Right. It goes to the client. Okay, so let's check the client. It's a bit difficult to understand when we haven't updated the documentation. So we basically have two classes. And they should not be called Tic-Tac-Toe client, but rather game proxy or surrogate proxy is okay as well. So replace all, replace all. Alright, so we have the game proxy, the UI, and then we bind both of them together. Okay, so let's start from the UI. Here's UI on this side. Or maybe we should just first make the graph the client and the server, and then the graph of the tic-tac-toe game. Or let's first, the other way around, let's first make the tic-tac-toe game graph and then follow up on the client and the server. So first of all, what we see is the UI. Let's start from there. Okay, UI. And after the UI, we have, there's the client. So. Then we have the server. And then we have the game logic. Okay, so basically that's all of it for the game. And what we want ideally, this will be for every game from now on. So we'll have UI, then a client, both on the client side. So let's actually make that visible. So, side. And then subset. Okay, I have the server side here. All is empty except for the client. And let's take this away again. All right. Okay, so this is the first graph. First graph will be labeled okay. Oh. Alright, so we have on the server side, if I want this other way around, great. And then I want to follow up the UI. Right? In the UI, the camera events, which at some point goes. What does it do? It does nothing. Right. yeah, this is the input. Actually, yeah, what we receive from the other side. So this is the handout for the game logic. So we have a game inside the UI, which will be pointing right. Also, one more thing. Let me see about class diagrams. Maybe that's the way to go. Maybe that's the way. Let's see. Maybe we'll need a class diagram. So I need and here. Okay. Class. What was it? UI. Right. I have the class. And class and server logic. Um, okay, logic proxy. Actually, let's fix this. Okay. And then we have the UI. Let's see. Alright. So let's order them a little bit. First we have the UI. We have the game logic proxy. That is actually inheriting from client. Then we have the game logic with the UI proxy that inherits from the server. Right, and then I want to look. Game logic proxy. Oh, that's not true. So taking cards from enemy. So if UI here it's fine. Actually from nothing. Game logic proxy. Here is from client. Actually, we want the other way up. Okay, that's right. And then also the game logic proxy would have access to the UI. So string color, big color. So we need all right. That's okay. And can I connect these? Just a second. Right, I'm back. I was looking if there's a way to connect this arrow to, or an arrow on the path to here, but I guess that's descriptive enough. So I have the UI, and then the UI. I have one button press, but this might be something else in the future. So plus on press and okay, thanks. All right, and game logic proxy has the client. Client it also has process response. And make this. And then make move. So the client should communicate to server. How do I make it all? Oh, say out. So this should be, say, this, and then server back to client. Then proxy. Then again logic needs to be connected to the UI proxy. But we're a bit late, so I'll have to save this for now and continue next time. And thank you all for watching. This time we cleaned up a little and explained the architecture idea behind all of this. So thank you for watching and all the support, and if you have anything in mind, such as ideas regarding all of this, let me know. You can support me on Patreon or just by watching and subscribing and liking the streams and videos in the channel. Thanks a lot again, and bye!